Welcome to Richard Mabey Presents.
Hello, YouTube friends. This is Richard Mabey with Richard Mabey Presents. It is Tuesday, July 8th, 2025 at 12:16 in the afternoon, 16 minutes past high noon. Patty, my sister Patty's taping the Waltons for me. Slept in this morning. I definitely needed to sleep. And I had to do a wash today. Desperately needed to do a wash. I'm doing a wash here, and put up some new pictures in the clubhouse. So that's big news. I've got to figure out better lighting. I want to get a light coming right on me, because right in here it looks like I got a black eye. It's just the way the lighting is here. So I want to, not tomorrow, not next week even, but down the road I want to get a light more lateral, and it'll give me more light on my face. So okay, I want to show everybody the pictures I just put up on the wall here. I'm rather proud of that. So the clubhouse is shaping up. The clubhouse is really shaping up. Be right back. YouTube friends, this is the wall behind the washing machine here, and these 7 pictures here are of the woods behind the old Mabey homestead, and though those woods are gone, they built about 30 McMansions back there on postage stamp lots. But now these 3 pictures, I just put them up the other day, taped them up the other day. So I'm going to find I need to find one more picture of the woods behind the old Mabey homestead. That'll fill up that block nicely. Nice little theme there. This is George Shinoyan from the Beavertown Lincoln Park Historical Society. Me and Dad, we were doing a display behind the old Lincoln Park Museum. It was summertime, and I believe it was around 1990. I'm going to say the summer. I should have put that. I wish I had put the year and the month and year behind. Written the month and year behind the picture, but if I remember right, it was around June of 1996. And it's let's just say George Shinoyan, myself, and Dad. We had quite a crowd that day. We used to put on exhibits in the backyard of the old Lincoln Park Museum. This is a church that my mom and dad and I believe my sister Patty went there too one time. February 25th to 27th, year 2000. I was working at the ad agency, and I think they had left on a Thursday and morning, and then they left on Sunday evening, so they couldn't get home Monday. But I couldn't get the time off from the ad agency, and things were going really crazy at the ad agency at that point, so I wasn't able to get the time off. But Foster's Chapel United Methodist Church, I looked it up, and it's in Union, South Carolina, which was near Spartanburg. And then here is my Aunt Vi. In May of '92, they had a birthday party for Aunt Vi. This is here's Dad, Uncle Skip, Uncle Bill, Uncle Dave, and Uncle Earl. So out of all, that's my Aunt Vi and 5 of her brothers. But of all the people in this picture, my dad, my Aunt Vi, my 4 uncles, Uncle Dave is the only one living now. I think he's in his 90s now. That was held at the Boonton Methodist Church, and of course Boonton, New Jersey. So things are shaping up for the things are shaping up for the clubhouse, little by little. Rome wasn't built in a day, I keep reminding myself, but I really like the way it's shaping up here. I'm really, really happy with how the clubhouse is shaping up. So, YouTube friends, I'm in the breezeway here. I call it the breezeway. Now, just to my left-hand side is my clubhouse, and to the right is the steps inside my house. So I kind of, and you know, people walk by, they go by on the golf cart, they go by on their bicycles, they're walking their dogs. The dog park is just a stone's throw away here, kind of stone's throw away, diagonal there. So you know, and I groove. I wave to the people. About 1 out of 3 wave back, but you know, hey, I've been getting a better percentage lately of people waving back. So, you know, been reading. I try to read this every day. Daily guidepost here. Very reflective here. And this book is from 2010. I got this in a used bookstore kind of thing, and I think I paid 50 cents for it. But yeah, and people say, oh, 2010, it's 15 years old. Yeah, but I'm reading them for the first. I've got about 4 or 5 of these. I bought about 4 or 5 of them, all different years. But you know, they're new to me. So you know, I don't know how much this would cost in the bookstore. There's no price on it here. But this probably, say like you went to a bookstore, you probably pay at least $25, $30 for this book. I got it for 50 cents. Yeah, it's 15 years old, but they're all new to me. So, yeah, so I've been, I'm just, you know, I read today, they give you a Bible verse, a little story. They have this team of writers. Look at all the writers they got. I want to be on the staff. Look at all the I'm trying to get on the staff of this daily guidepost book. I want to get on the staff, but I think it's a little cliquey. But that's one of my goals. I want to get on the staff. Yeah. So they give you a Bible verse, a little story from one of the writers. Little upbeat story, and then they give you like a little prayer. So it's like 3 in 1. You get a Bible verse, you get a little story, you know, a little moral story, upbeat, inspirational, and then you know they give you a little prayer at the end. So I like it. I'm a little busy today here. I go going through the old photo album, and my dad took this picture. I cherish this picture. I so dearly cherish this picture. Myself and Reverend Melvin Travis, we hosted a TV talk show. A weekly TV talk show was shown on the cable television network of New Jersey every Wednesday night, 8 o'clock. For 5 years, from about I guess it was 1993 to 1998. It might have been around 98, 93 to 98, roughly. 5 years. It was 5 years we were on the air, and we did a new show every week. We even did new shows during the summer. Here comes a chap. I might. Well. He looks at me, whenever I do my YouTube out here, he looks at me like I'm crazy. Hold on, I'm going to take a little break. Be right back. He's kind of a grumpy old man. Almost every morning I see him walk by, and I give him a big, friendly wave, and he sees me, he looks right at me, and he just looks down on the, he never waves back. So, I take it in stride. So anyway, Reverend Melvin Travis and myself hosted a television talk show called Crosstalk for 5 years, every Wednesday night, 8 p.m. And we even did new shows during the summer. So here we are, and there I am. The focus is a little difficult right now. That's one of our guests. I forget his name, and Reverend Melvin Travis there. So we had a good time, and let me see. I'm trying to get the focus better. Oh, I wish I could get the focus better. Maybe if I could, no, it's very reflective too. This was on the set. We filmed our TV talk show at County College of Morris. Well, we started off in Salmon's Cable Television Company in Dover, New Jersey, and they were bought out. They were pretty decent to us. They were pretty good to us, and they were bought out by some huge corporation, and well, things were a little different. So then we went to County College of Morris, and they had a more spacious studio, and they were, they had the real high-end equipment. The cameras and the whole editing system, the whole 9 yards, had been used by WNBC television station in New York City, and WNBC went to bought new equipment and everything. So County College, I don't know if I don't know, don't quote me, but I don't know if they donated it to CCM or they gave it to them at a good price. Here comes someone else now. I always feel conspicuous here. Oh, that's my neighbor there. I haven't really met those people. I wave and stuff, but it's really not overtly friendly. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? It's not like, it's like, okay, don't get me wrong. So anyway, yeah, we had a lot of I remember we had if you're from Jersey, Uncle Floyd Vivino, and we had him on quite a few times. So at any rate, reading this, this always cheers me up. I'm a little down in the dumps this morning. This HCM gets to me. I mean, it just gets to me. I had my wash in a plastic bag, so I rolled it down the stairs and dragged it to the washing machine. But just even doing that knocked me for a loop. It just knocked me for a loop. So I got the HCM. It's called hypertrophic cardiomyopathy. It's a genetic disorder. It's caused by a mutation of the MYH7 gene. And you're born with a person that gets HCM. They're born with a mutated. It sounds like something out of Stan Lee X-Men comic books here, but you're born with the mutation. But it's really tough to diagnose, and respectfully and with honor, it mimics a lot of other heart diseases. It mimics AFib. It mimics the results of it, heart murmur and things like that. So cardiologists, well-meaning, will treat your heart ailment as an AFib or as mitral valve stenosis, or they'll treat it as they call it the third beat and things like that. But you really have the underlying cause is HCM, which is a thickening of the left ventricle, and eventually the left ventricle turns hard as a rock, and then the patient, it's time for the patient to meet his maker. So anyway, on a happy note, I'm reading this Dennis the Menace half pint book, and this is one of my dad's books. My dad loved Dennis the Menace. But right here, I got it. Right, I don't know if you can see it or not here. It's a little torn there. I got to tape that up. So I'll tape that up this afternoon or tomorrow. I'll tape that up, and because otherwise, if you don't tape it up, the rip just gets worse. So I've been reading these. I love this. The rapport Dennis has with Mr. Wilson. It's Dennis. At least if I get that right. Here's Dennis. And Mr. Wilson. Dennis has got his cowboy hat. There's Mr. Wilson. And Dennis says, I sure hope you don't stir up engine trouble with all those smoke signals. It cracks me up. I kind of identify with Mr. Wilson. I got the bird baths. I want to get a bird feeder out. But you know, Mr. Wilson, he was really into the birds in his backyard, and Mr. Wilson was always working on his coin collection. I've been spending a lot of time working on my stamp collection. I can't do much anymore. I can't go out and do yard work. I used to love doing the hedges in the villages. I used to love doing the hedges and doing yard work and stuff like that, raking and stuff. I can't do that anymore. Those days are gone. So, and also what I do in the morning, you know, I got like a little half-hour ritual here in the breezeway, and I got my little diary here, and I write, you know, a page or two, what happened, you know, what's happening this morning, what happened yesterday. So I got a little diary here. So, and then I'll fill this up, and I'll buy. Get these at the dollar store. Get these at the dollar store. Used to be $1, now it's $1.25, but you know, you can't go wrong. And this will last me about a month. I got 5 or 6 of them in my drawer. You know, I buy 5 or 6 at a time. So I keep the little diary. Okay, folks, be right back. So, YouTube friends, it's lunchtime. I'll wrap it up. So, you know, keep a happy thought. You know, I'm battling this HCM, but I try to stay happy. I try to stay upbeat. I try to stay, you know, but he's up there on the roof. Then not. He's up. Oh man, and he's up on his roof, sweeping his roof. I can't worry about it. I can't worry about it. I cannot worry about it. So yeah, you know, I stay upbeat. I stay positive, and you know, I'm battling this HCM. I can't overdo it. So I pace myself. Now I'll go in, have lunch, and then I'll take a nap, and I need a lot of rest. I need a lot of rest. That's the biggest thing. I need a lot of rest. My heart's getting really bad. But hey, you know, that's life. I'm 71 years old. I had a good life. You know, I worked on television. I worked in an ad agency. I worked at AT&T, African public relations bit. I was in 2 plays off Broadway, Mr. Smith Goes to Washington and The Owl and the Pussycat. Both of them I had starring roles. So, you know, life's been good. And between the Barn Theater in Montville and Woodland Theater in Parsippany and some other theaters in northern New Jersey, I think I've been in about 30 plays. You know, so I had a good life. I've had a good life. I'm happy, and I believe in God. I love Jesus, so I'm saved, going to heaven. So I'm not worried. I'm not worried at all. So keep a good thought. Stay happy, stay positive, stay healthy. This is Richard Mabey, signing off. Bye for now. So, YouTube friends, bonus footage here. I just put up the Boonton District Fall Camporee 1983 Fall Camporee patch that Jack Floyd designed, set the color mode for it, did all of the logistics of it, did the layout. So now I have 3 of Jack Floyd's patches here at my clubhouse. The 1983 Fall Camporee, the 1987 Spring Camporee, and the 1986 Klondike Derby. So I have 3 of Jack Floyd's patches displayed in my clubhouse, and I'm going to set my mind to putting up more of Jack Floyd's patches, display them in the clubhouse. Mr. Jack Floyd was an assistant scoutmaster, Boy Scout Troop 170 for well over 25 years. One of the finest individuals I've ever known in my life. Veteran of World War II. Just a really good man, and an outstanding scout leader. And he passed away quite a few years ago, and I still miss him very much. God bless you, Jack Floyd. So, YouTube friends, bonus footage here. My sister Patty and I were going through some boxes of stuff that we have not yet unpacked, so we're unpacking one of the boxes, and we found Dad's old jigsaw. So it's kind of heartwarming, and I'm going to find a place for it here in my clubhouse, and kind of touched my heart today to find Dad's old jigsaw. So yeah, I'm going to find a place for it here in the clubhouse, have it on display in the clubhouse. Maybe I'll even use it. You know, I might need to do a little jigsawing here. So kind of touched my heart, and it was kind of heartwarming to find it. Dear old Dad's jigsaw. What a prized possession. I cherish it. I just treasure it and cherish it. Dad's old jigsaw.